Good evening, parents. Welcome to Lumpkin County High School. We're going to be hosting our 8th grade parent night this evening for 2019. This evening, you're going to get all the information your student needs to transition to high school next school year. My name is Billy Kirk. I'm the principal of the high school, and we look forward to hosting you this evening online. Tonight, you're going to get information about the registration process, graduation requirements, academic elective pathways, staying on track, our health and personal fitness summer elective option, high school supports, also the transition, any dual enrollment questions you have. You're going to meet our admin team and our counseling team. Thank you for all that you do. We look forward to seeing you this evening and hopefully catch it online as well. Thank you.
All right, just to put some faces with names, I wanted to show you our administrative team that will be working with your student next school year. Our principal, Mr. Kirk, you just heard from. I am Whitney McPherson, one of the assistant principals. I work with curriculum and instruction and counseling. Mr. Limley is our assistant principal who works with CTAE and public relations, and our assistant principal, Miss Amy Wade, who works with attendance and special education. This is our student support team that you'll be hearing from in this video and hearing from at the parent night tonight. Again, Whitney McPherson, assistant principal with curriculum and counseling. Cindy Hunsinger, our RTI coordinator, who runs our Learning Lab program. Coach Joseph Jones, who is our graduation coach and makes sure that students are successful in graduating from high school. Tanya Corbett, our lead counselor, working with last names G through M. Mr. Hogan, counselor working with last names A through F, and Kelly Crisson, counselor working with students last name N through Z. You also may need to reach out to our registrar, Kim Gooch, our attendance clerk, Miss Frances Gilreath, or our student services secretary, Miss Julie Self, with information for schedules and transcripts. We're going to talk a little bit about the registration process that your student will be going through in the transition from 8th to 9th grade. I'm posting a PDF of our curriculum guide. I'll post that to all social media, and we're going to hand out a copy at the 8th grade parent night this evening. This has a ton of valuable information about programs offered at the high school, information about what students need to graduate, and will help you make informed decisions about what your student needs to be scheduled for their 9th grade year. So right now, teachers are in the beginning stages of selecting classes. They select academic classes based on a rubric, and that rubric includes EOC scores or EOG scores, attendance data, and classroom performance. And your students, academic teachers, utilize that rubric to make sure that students are placed appropriate for their 9th grade year. Students then will visit the high school. We'll talk about that a little bit later on, and the students will select the elective courses. We'll send that home to you for your approval before we turn that into a schedule. So right now, November, December is when the academic teachers begin collecting the information to fill out the rubrics to recommend students for their 4 core academic classes for their 9th grade year. In February, students will attend the elective fair here during 3rd period, and we will send home that information for your approval, and it'll be returned to their 8th grade teacher. We will enter all of those course requests when we get them back, and we'll turn that into a schedule after everything is approved by you. This is an example of the course request that we will be filling out for students. So based on the rubric, they'll be selected to take an academic in math, English, science, and social studies, and then they'll choose their electives on the back of that same form, and that will be sent home for your approval. There are a lot of opportunities for schedule changes. Parents will be invited to meet with counselors in March where those course requests can be changed before they're turned into a schedule. Once you have a final schedule, you'll have an opportunity to change that in May and another opportunity to change that in July. And students are given a grace period of 9 school days to drop or add a class once the semester begins. After that 9 days, no schedule changes are approved. All right, and now for graduation requirements, please welcome Tanya Corbett, our lead counselor.
Good evening. So Graduation requirements, there are 28 to graduate from high school, 4 in each academic area, 1 in personal fitness, health, or 3 JROTC. There are 3 career tech, fine arts, or world language, and those can be any combination. Doesn't have to be 3 of each or 3 of specific one, but a combination will work. And 8 extra electives. So on this chart, you can see the credits that are required. Promotion. So in high school, the promotion from one grade to the other is not done just on passing. It's done on credits. So from 9th grade to 10th grade, a student must have 7 credits. From 10th to 11th, they must have 14. From 11th to 12th, 20, and then 12th to graduation is 28 credits. In the English pathway, you'll see that the English 9 and American Lit are required for graduation. 10th grade Lit, and then there's a variety of ways to get your 4th British Lit, AP, or AP Lit, those as well as dual enrollment. The math pathway, Algebra 1 and Geometry are required. Algebra 2, and then there's a variety of maths available for the 4th math, depending on the direction the student is taking. So a student going to a career tech school might choose Math of Finance and Technical College Math, where a student going to a 4-year college would prefer Math Decision Making or Pre-Cal. The science pathway, physical science or physics are required. The physical science credit may come from 8th grade, environmental science or earth systems, then biology is the second required science in the science pathway. The 4th science is either forensics or chemistry. The social studies pathway, world history is required, U.S. history is required, American government and economics are required. There are some elective social studies. And on the screen, you can see the elective pathways, everything from agriculture to physical education, guitar, sports medicine. 9th grade has the opportunity to take AP World History, AP Environmental Science, or AP Computer Science. And now Coach Jones will talk about staying on track.
I'm Coach Jones. I'm the graduation coach here at the high school. We'll talk about the 4-year graduation plans. All students will complete a 4-year graduation plan at their 8th grade tour. Okay, so all of that will be handled in the spring, in February. We need a 4-year plan for students to know what their goals and plans are for high school. Students will complete this 4-year plan when they visit us in the spring. Here's an example of their 4-year plan for high school. Next will be the individual graduation plan. All students will complete this yearly. Students have ownership of their graduation when they do this, and a program we have called TAA offers opportunities for them to view their transcripts and update their IGPs yearly. And here's an example of our individual graduation plan. Next, eligibility requirements for any athletics or extracurricular activities. Students who are involved in sports must be eligible to play in high school. The Georgia High School Association requires that students remain eligible to play any athletic competitions. You must pass 3 out of 4 classes each semester to remain eligible. Also, you must be on track with your graduating class if you want to participate.
All right, so part of high school transition is making sure that you know what's going on with your student throughout their transition and throughout their high school experience. One of the things that we want to make sure that you know about is the opportunity for students to earn their health and personal fitness credit over the summer. This is the summer between their 8th and 9th grade year. The student has to be involved in a school-related extracurricular activity, such as weight training. They can do their football workouts. They can be participate in band. They can be doing choreography for a summer program through theater. We work that out with them. They'll be given a food diary to keep, and they keep up with their summer workouts, and we sign off on those after 45 hours of exercise. They're also required to come in for 1 week of a health program. That health class is taken online, so it's self-paced, but it has to be done on campus here with a certified teacher. So there is a sign up for that on this link. If you go to tinyurl.com/LCHS Health 2020, that'll take you to a sign up to sign your student up for that health and personal fitness program. The reason that we offer that is because many of those athletes or band students are required to take year-long weight training or year-long band, and we want them to have that opportunity, so we don't want them to have to take their health and personal fitness as one of their scheduled classes for their 9th grade year. So this enables that to happen. We also have Freshman Focus. Freshman Focus is a transition program held during pre-planning in July before your student starts their 9th grade year. They come in with their schedule, they meet the leadership team, they'll have some transition activities, they can sign up for clubs and activities, they'll have an opportunity to walk their bell schedule, so they'll meet all of their teachers and walk from bell to bell to learn their pathway around the school and how to get to their lockers, and we have peer mentors that help them learn how to open them and get everything set up so that on day one they're ready to go. They know their teachers, they know where they're going, they know how to open their locker, they already have their lunch account set up, and it makes that transition a little bit easier for them. And now for high school supports, Ms. Hunsinger.
I'm Cindy Hunsinger. I'm the School Improvement Specialist at Lumpkin County High School, and I look forward to working with your students. Primarily, I'm responsible for response to intervention. So if your student has an RTI folder, that will continue with them to high school. Another one of my responsibilities is running a learning lab, which is an excellent opportunity that we offer. It's available to all students Monday through Friday, 2:30 to 4. We begin a couple of weeks after school starts and run it throughout the school year. Students don't have to sign up. They can just show up, and we provide them with a snack. And then if they're engaged in learning all the way till 4, we'll be happy to take them home by bus.
My name is Kelly Kerson. I want to talk to you briefly about some of the social emotional supports that we offer here at Lumpkin. First, we offer a peer mentoring program. Upperclassmen are selected by faculty members to become peer mentors. They participate through TAA and advisement. They're paired with a small group of freshmen in order to cover curriculum based on social and emotional activities and help with the transition into high school. We also have a freshman program, which helps team building for our freshmen. We offer signs of suicide prevention program during our health classes of each semester. We also offer classroom curriculum guidance. And for additional social emotional support, we do have Georgia Hope counseling services on our campus. You can see one of your counselors for the referral process. We can also provide a list of various community resources as well.
Some of the best ways to stay informed as your student is transitioning to high school is to make sure that you keep a current address and phone number on file in Infinite Campus. We send home a census verification once every semester, so make sure that your student is bringing that to you, that you fix it and send it back. Make sure you sign up for the Indian Memo, and we'll talk about that a little bit more in a minute. We also have a counseling website that's updated almost daily. It's a great resource for you to find out what's going on with curriculum and with counseling. It's a great way to find resources if you're in need of help, and a great way to find out about scholarships as your student progresses through their high school experience. Make sure you're following us on LCHS social media. It's a great way to stay involved with what's going on in the classroom. And to check in with the LCHS website, we have a live feed there if you're not on Facebook and Instagram. It's a great way to see what's going on social media. Okay, for high school transition, Miss Amy Wade.
Hello, welcome to 8th grade parent night to you students. I look forward to seeing you here as high schoolers after knowing you as middle schoolers. We're going to talk about the differences in middle and high school, which are significant. One of the biggest adjustments for many students is adjusting to the semester system, where you complete an entire course within a semester. If you start getting behind, you only have one semester to get that grade up. So it's really important to be here every day and get your work done every day. Our classes are only 90 days, where you're accustomed to in middle school taking classes for an entire year. But the good of this is that you're only taking 4 classes at a time. So you're keeping up with fewer classes, communicating with fewer teachers. Just make sure you stay on track, on top of things. Students will take 4 classes in the fall, 4 different classes in the spring. At the end of the year, you'll have 8 credits on your transcript. Students can only be passed from one grade to the next by the number of credits that they earn. So there's no sitting down and discussing whether or not it's right to move on to the next grade. It's strictly if you have the credits or not. Another difference is a higher level of responsibility and maturity expected at the high school. You'll have more freedoms here because we know that you're old enough to handle that, but we expect a higher level of responsibility and maturity, and I'm sure you'll all rise to it. There's more variety in the types of classes and more freedom in deciding which classes students want to take. There's more variety in the types of classes available to take, and you have an opportunity to explore different careers while you're here. In February, we will have our Freshman Elective Expo. Current 8th graders will get to tour all of our high school elective classrooms, view an orientation presentation, learn about extracurricular activities, and there are many extracurricular activities. Whatever your interest, you're going to find a way to fit it in here, and you'll complete your 4-year graduation plan.
I'm Alan Hogan. I'm one of the counselors. I would like to talk to you about the dual enrollment program. We do have an active program here with dual enrollment. It's available with University of North Georgia or other Georgia universities online. 11th and 12th graders qualify, and one of the first things you need to do is meet with a high school counselor to develop a plan. It is required for UNG a 3.25 academic average with fairly strong SAT or ACT scores. It is very important to start strong as a 9th grader, to have that academic average up above a 3.25. For technical colleges, we recommend 11th and 12th grades. Again, meet with the high school counselor for a plan, and academic and technical courses are available from the technical colleges.
All right, we talked a little bit a minute ago about making sure that you stay connected, and here are those websites that you need to know. So in order to sign up for the Indian Memo, you have to sign up every year. It's an email that comes straight to your inbox that has the schedule for the following week, as well as any reminders and notices of handouts and upcoming deadlines, and that's sent to you on Friday of each week for the next week. So if you want to receive that email, then you can sign up at tinyurl.com/Indian Memo. If you want to follow us on Instagram at Lumpkin County High or at Lumpkin Co High, find us on Facebook, and you can follow us on Twitter. We also have an LCHS app that has our calendar for the year on there, and it sends you push notifications when there are important events coming up. Thank you so much for spending a little bit of your time with us to learn about the transition. Please don't hesitate to reach out if you have any questions. All of us are here to support you and your student in the transition to high school, and we are just a phone call or email away. Have a great night.